Yo, what's poppin'? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some more Lego Star Wars Skywalker news. So I was scrolling through the interwebs. Boy, oh boy, I sound like a boomer. But I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw IGN had posted that they are hosting an event on February 19th, which is just a handful of days away. In fact, I believe it is about 2 weeks away from right now. And they're going to be hosting an event called IGN Fan Fest. Now, initially, I was like, I don't know what they're like, why I'm getting tagged in a lot of these posts, what's going on. And then I realized that at the very top of this particular post, it says Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga will be at this event and will be showcased. So that is really, really, really freaking exciting. Now, the one thing that I have been hearing a lot of people mention, and I kind of agree with that because of the fact that this game has had such a long hype cycle, and it's really predominantly because of the fact that it has continuously been delayed and delayed and delayed. Now, a lot of people are starting to kind of sour on the promotional side of things for this game and saying, do we actually need any more information, or have they done a good enough job of convincing us to buy this game already? For me, the answer is yes. In fact, I've got 2 copies, both the physical and the digital editions pre-ordered. But let's say that you are still not convinced. This is going to be the event that supposedly will make you turn the tide and possibly make a pre-order for this game. Now, if you're like me and you're already excited and really you'd be happy if they never actually even showed the game one more time until you actually got to go pick up the game or launch it on your system, I think that the one other thing that would be really interesting to discuss here is kind of the elements that are almost the big elephant in the room that haven't been addressed yet for this game. So the first thing is customization. That is the one element that we have not seen anything about as far as this game is concerned. Now, the last Lego game that we got from the same exact team was Lego DC Supervillains, and that game was very heavily focused on the customization. In fact, the entire narrative and the entire campaign of the game revolved around you having a chance to go on ahead and build your own villain and then try to join the Lego DC universe as a villain and cause a whole bunch of chaos. And then, of course, also have a bit of a cool storyline turnaround to become heroic. Now, interestingly enough, with Lego DC Supervillains, we got a lot of customization. With Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, we have gotten no indication that they even have a customizer in the game. That has now made a lot of people jump to the conclusion and message me and tell me, Blitz, this means there is no customization in this game. First of all, I don't understand that leap in logic. I'm not saying that you might not be correct about this. I'm just saying that literally going all the way back to the old school Lego Star Wars games, they used to have a customizer. So it'd be really shocking if this is the one that they choose not to have at least some form of customization. And so I think personally, a really cool surprise for this event would be if they went ahead and showed the customization. The other thing that would be even more exciting is if you could not only customize the characters, which would be awesome if they literally just took the exact same system that they had in Lego DC Supervillains and implemented it here as far as all the details that you could go on ahead and utilize. Just use the Star Wars pieces to allow us to build our own custom Jedis and Knights and aliens and other characters, which would be fantastic. But how freaking cool would it be if they also allowed us to customize the ships? If you could go on ahead and go into the game and at least in some way, shape, or form, make your X-Wing look specifically to your liking, whether it be a certain sticker, whether it be a recolor of parts of the actual planes or spaceships, that would be really freaking cool. So I would love to see one of 2 customizations showcased during this particular event, either the characters or the vehicles. And ideally, I know this is going to sound greedy, but it would be really cool if we got both of those revealed at the same time. Now, except for that, what I'm curious is the actual layout for the entire roster. We saw a little bit of a showcase of the characters in the previous 6.5-minute video that they posted, which was fantastic. It really did an excellent job of convincing a lot of people that this is going to be a spectacular game. But traditionally speaking, at least as of late, with most Lego games, what they would do is they would hold some sort of an event, either at San Diego Comic-Con or at a Game Fest or an E3, where they would reveal a bunch of the actual cast and go through and showcase a lot of them. I think that is another thing that is very likely to happen at this event, is a showcase of some of the character roster in more detail. So we've seen lots of different characters, of course, but we have not seen like an actual attention being put on just how the characters look. We've seen them appear as part of cutscenes, as part of an action scene, but not a full-on focus on like, hey, here's the detail on this character or this character or this character, and so on and so forth. So that's another possibility that might occur here. The final thing that I would love to see is something that really shows us this game running at its most optimized form, because everything that we've seen for this game so far, promotionally speaking, has been at 30 FPS. And I think this game will run at 60 FPS. And so it'd be really cool to see the game run at that higher fidelity, because one of the things that was brought up to me by many different people was the fact that the last trailer seemed clunky at times, and it seemed like it was frame skipping and it wasn't quite technically sound. So I would love to see something that kind of eases those troubles with another demo that will showcase to us that this game is optimized and this most current version of the game will be much better running. So I think that would be really cool to see as well. With all that in mind, guys, there you have it. That is what I'm expecting from IGN FanFest. Again, I think that's really the stuff that we want to see. Everything else we've kind of gotten, whether it be knowing which planets we'll get to visit, knowing how big the character roster will be, knowing the details about the gameplay mechanics that are changing, the engine changes that they've made, the puzzle solving. Like, they really have addressed a lot of the questions that we have had. Vehicle combat. So I think it'd be really cool if we get a confirmation of customization, both for characters and vehicles. Ideally would be phenomenal. Of course, in addition to that, if we could possibly get an update to see this game running at a higher frame rate with less stuttering and frame skipping. And then, if possible, of course, would be really cool to see a much more focused showcase of the roster. Let me know what you guys are expecting. What would you want to see from this? Do you think we'll see just literally maybe a demo of a level? Would you be happy with that? Do you still need convincing? That's the other thing that I'm really curious to hear from you guys about is, do you feel like you still need to hear something else, see something else to be convinced to swipe your credit card and pick up Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga? Don't forget, guys, you can support the channel by becoming a member. Link is down in the description. You can grab some merch to rock that Blitz Army merch. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.